times during the day when you really notice you breathing in?
If I do a lot of activity.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before my daughter gave me this bath chair, just standing up doing my shower and all this stuff,
Right.
I'd get out, I'd be worn out.
Just
from
from
breathing. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and of course I take the prednisone, which shows all my little bruises that I get from anything I bang on or get in my purse. I get a.
So you bruise very easily.
Yes. And I have the puffer things. My husband called them puffers, so I never know what to call them.
Inhalers,
And,
emergency inhalers for when you
And that's about
have
it.
acute symptoms.
Yeah, I did when I was really bad there. I got sick. I had breathing treatment.
Breathing like just the nebulizer where
Yeah.
you put the mask on?
Yeah.
But you don't do
No,
that?
put it in. Well, I probably should, but I don't.
Okay.
I try not to take it if I don't need it.
Now, how about at night? How's your sleep? Do you snore, or do you want to continue?
I don't know. I sleep sitting up most of the
Oh, you
time.
have to sit up to sleep.
And I work all night, so I better not sleep. And I come home,
What sort of work do you do?
I work at a hospital, answering the phone and calling codes and getting people and whatever.
So you work in healthcare,
Yes,
and they let you take smoking breaks at the hospital?
I don't smoke that. I don't even take my cigarettes or anything.
Oh, okay. Probably good.
I don't want one. Only when I'm stopped doing anything and watching TV or reading, and then I have my pop or coffee or whatever and my cigarettes.
Pop, by the way, is soda. You are like younger than 40 or 50. Yeah. Soda pop.
Iowa.
And from the
That's
coast.
Midwest.
Okay, so it sounds like your respiratory symptoms are pretty well managed at this point.
I try to,
Mhm.
yeah. But going to your bathroom over there.
Everyone gets that. That is in another zip code.
Now it's back to fairly normal. Not probably for anybody who's got good lungs.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say you have bad lungs because they've survived a lot up to this point, and they're still working pretty much, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't present like the typical person with advanced COPD, who's like constantly gasping or running out of air or struggling for breath. Like if you just sit there now and just take as deep a breath as you can, how does that? Okay. See, that's more typical, right? When you go to take a deeper breath. But it's just your sort of resting level of
Well,
respiration.
today I don't have any buzzing, or sometimes there is.
Buzzing.
If I smoke a lot, or whatever, but there's nothing there now, it's pretty clear.
Okay. But sometimes you feel like when you say buzz, like a raspiness, or
Yeah. Yeah.
like sandpaper rubbing, something like that inside, or whatever. It just does.
Stuff in there.
Stuff, yeah, schmutz. So what's your understanding of this diagnosis of COPD, of the components of it?
Well, I figure at my age, I enjoy what little bit of cigarettes I have, and until it gets really, really, really bad or something, I'm going to keep on doing it.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to give you a hard time about that. I'm just curious what you know about the actual drug, because you mentioned there's an asthma component, but with COPD, there's also emphysema usually is part of the diagnosis.
They haven't said
Emphysema's not been.
I've never been to the doctor with her, so, in the last several years, so.
Okay. Yeah, because the thing about emphysema is the air actually gets trapped in your lungs and can't get out.
Yeah,
which
my
means-
husband was like that, and he died of lung cancer. Of course, it spread everywhere, but his was really, really bad. But he smoked a lot more, and he dragged it in his lungs, where I do not.
Right. Yeah. Well, if you're
Not
gonna smoke,
that
it's better to, smoke lightly instead of deeply, right? So, okay, and then what about other stuff with your body, aches or pains or,
Well, like I
things
said,
that get in the way?
this
Yeah.
right side,
The injury to the right
different
side.
times,
Yeah.
different places, and she fixed me up last week, and I was able to sit up straighter and everything, and But by the time I got to, I keep lifting the suitcase, and I know that's harder. Then my
Suitcase.
arm hurts, and then my shoulder hurts. And
What's in
then,
the suitcase? Where are you going?
well, I work all night and I'm all alone, so I take my lunch and
Oh, it's just your
books
usual
and
schlep. You just whatever you
Yeah.
bring with you. Okay.
everything that I keep me occupied.
I see. Okay. And when you say that you had a session, did she do some body work on you?
Yes.
Some hands-on?
Yeah, because I get, clumped over.
So this
And
shape,
then I'm shrinking in my spine and I'm getting, what is that thing where your
Scoliosis.
back,
yeah, or
curves.
kyphosis, or whatever, but
Yeah,
this is,
from the
there's
two
an element to
falls.
scoliosis here also, right?
Yeah.
Have you always had that sort of
No,
twistiness in your
No.
spine?
this one I lifted a TV VCR combination, carried it across the room, and I lifted up 4 inches. I got the
Yeah, that's probably when
And
the
that's-
compression fracture.
And I never went to the doctor. She showed up. She said, "Why are you walking like that?" I said, "Because I can't straighten up." So by the time she got through it, I had to straighten up, so I never saw a doctor. So
But you have
several
had
years,
subsequent x-rays that show
yeah,
that.
several years later, they said that was.
Mhm.
It's been a slow progression that I've watched her. I think, have you worked for 20 years in that hospital now? And then the coming home and sitting up and falling asleep, sitting up. And even when my father was alive, he's been dead now 8 years, he would say to me, I think that her spine is curving because of the way she's sitting up in bed every night. And I said, I completely agree. But, so anyway, so there's a deep pattern that, yeah, I've tried to say something and make her aware, but
But I don't listen. I have a hard head, so.
Yeah, right. It's stubborn folks like you who live to be like 116.
Yeah, right.
Damn straight.
Gotta be
No,
me.
you hear stories in the paper, so-and-so, just turned 116, it's like, I've been smoking every day of my life since the Hoover administration, and I eat meat and drink a, glass of scotch every night. It's like all the things you're not supposed to do to live a long life. You know? Yeah. So actually, this raises an interesting question for me. How often do you actually lie down flat on your back if you sleep?
Rarely.
Sitting, right? That's
Yeah.
just not something you do.
It is what I do.
No, I mean you don't. Lying down isn't something that you do on a regular basis. Right.
I'm not even sure I can. I think I can.
Well,
I'm like a little train.
no, you see what would happen.
It's always been my favorite story.
Okay. The little tangent you could? Yeah. Right. So, if you just shape your body, lay down on the floor, your head would be unsupported, right? You can all see that. And you've all had folks in class who have that kind of kyphotic thing, and they go to lie down, and you need to put like blocks or blanks or whatever under their head just to keep it supported because the thoracic spine is curved so much into the floor it leaves you like this. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking that the way I would usually work with someone breathing, having them lay down on their back needs to be majorly modified if I'm going to do some breathing work with you.
Well, we could try and see.
So that's kind of what we're here for, but we can talk. So now, you still do your dynamic tension stuff?
Yeah. And I found a little thing at the 99 cent store. It's a little plastic thing. I think it's for swimming or something. But it looked to me like it would be just enough gentle help to give me a little bit more tension. And it seemed to help.
You're
Because you could put it
exercising
anywhere.
water removal?
I just got it. That's it.
The water removal. Okay.
I just got it yesterday and I thought, that looks interesting. So and it worked. Not too strong and not too light. And you can do it any way you want it,
Mhm.
but it just gives you that little bit of extra
Resistance.
tension.
Yeah. Okay, so you stay active. I mean, you take care of yourself. You have a little routine that you do.
Right.
Your body. Any other stuff you do in the way of exercise? On a regular
Just
basis?
my normal, like how I sit.
Okay.
If I sit, you know, I would just sit, you know, so that you can keep, you know, however active, because it's not hard and it don't make you sweat. You know.
You would have hated the workout, I guess. Now, wait, before you get up, can you stay there for another minute? I'm just kind of curious about something. Are you able to like lean back on both elbows from that position?
I don't know, I
No,
don't
put
try.
your elbows back. There you go. Yeah, just like that. All right. Here, come up just a little.
Can you do this?
No. Absolutely not. Okay. Can you let your head just fall into my hand? Good. And just let you breathe there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Delores, I'm impressed.
They're all impressed. Yeah. Okay. So I want to see if you notice what this position kind of does to your breathing. What,
About the same, but
yeah. What are you
I
noticing?
don't like how it feels
You don't
here.
like how it feels here? It's like too much pressure on that injured
I
area?
don't know, just don't feel good.
Don't feel good?
I don't know if it needs to be lower or higher.
Okay, so come on up.
One of the bolsters.
Yeah, no, let's just an experiment. We'll maybe take you out of this position for now, and maybe you can stretch your legs like this. Yeah. Okay. So, like a deep forward bend, probably not all that necessary, but just to check, how far down can you get your hands toward your feet in this position? All the way. He's got long arms, and long legs. It's pretty cool.
No body. I said I'm built like a colt.
Yeah, like a newborn colt. Actually, this is
No body and all
yeah,
legs.
short torso, all legs.
That's
Yeah.
it.
And those bones actually are the same length the whole life of the horse. You know, that cannon bone, that's the length it'll always be. You can tell how big a horse will be right when it's born, because that bone stays the same length. Right. Did you grow up on a farm or a ranch or something like that?
No, well, I was born in, well, I didn't get into it because I was not. Anyhow, says Sioux City, but I was on farms off and on, just visiting, not really living.
Okay. So from there, let's see what happens if you just lean back on this bolster and I have this extra thing here for your hip. Okay? There you go. Is that comfy?
Sort of.
Sort of? What part of it's not comfy? Again, the pressure in the back of the ribs. Is it just on the right or both sides?
It's in the center
In the center. Okay.
of my, if I adjust it
Yeah, okay, so. Yeah.
a
Is that
little
a
bit.
little better? A little better? Okay.
And I have a lot of bloat. So I don't have any weight because I like lost over 40-something pounds after my last fall when I broke my wrist and stuff. And they were giving me Forteo for my back. That's a shot
Okay.
that you take every day.
Mhm.
It's supposed to, instead of getting an operation, it's supposed to fill in that stuff that's in between your whatever.
It helps the fracture heal.
Well, the first guy wanted to take all that stuff out and shoot cement in it. Only I figured I'd be walking around like some kind of robot. So I said no. And this guy said that it like fills in like sponge. Now where else that stuff went, I don't know, but I was losing weight like crazy. But I still have the bloat and gas.
Yeah. And actually, some of that is also just pressure that comes down into your abdomen from the rib cage. Like if we could get some of these muscles that are a little tight here to let go, this wouldn't be pushed so much like that, right? So for example, if I just hold here, see how it interferes with your breathing a little bit?
Yeah.
But if you think of, we usually think of the breathing as coming like in this direction, but it also can go sideways, right?
Yeah.
So can you just put your hands up here on the sides of your ribs for me? Just kind of feel that, good. So maybe you can breathe towards your hands. Like feel your ribs move outward. There. That's a different kind of action, right? There. Good. So we're getting you to lift your bucket handles a little bit more. That's what we call those lower rear movements. It's more of a bucket handle. There you go. Can you hear this almost like an isometric workout? How you're kind of working some muscles against some resistance there?
Mhm.
Good.
So why wouldn't a girdle work?
It might.
Unless you want to walk around all day like that.
Well, I mean, this is a temporary girdle.
That's what I said.
Yeah. See, what I'm doing is I'm pressing in here. So I'm moving the center of your diaphragm a little bit higher up inside the base of your rib cage. And that doesn't let the center of the diaphragm drop down towards the belly so much as you inhale. It more forces the edges of the diaphragm to lift up at the base of the rib cage. I'm just explaining technically for these guys as we were studying all this anatomy over the last few days, right? So, there we go. See, when I'm doing the cadaver sections with Gil, I'm the guy obsessed with the diaphragm. Gil, check this
You
out.
come into my dissection, I'm registered up there at that. Not soon.
Have you thought of what would it be like to have your mom on the table and dissect? That's
Hey, it's only
isn't
their
that-
body, whatever made me alive is gone somewhere.
I'm with Delores, you know, I asked you to do me, and you were like not interested.
I work enough to disassemble your body while you're alive. I don't want to do it.
I think mine would be interesting to see where all these breaks and
It would.
I agree.
It would be. It would be.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
She came from the
I
era
think in here, I
to
must have sustained damage, but
You feel.
they never, well, when I had a car accident, I hurt so bad there, and when I fell,
Hard, the plot
You broke
thickens.
this,
The
you
the
broke
hard.
well, that, a
When
lady
was
in an
that?
SUV,
And that's the, I've already seen it as a soda or,
she went the stop sign and hit me, broke my,
yeah. So that was fairly,
axle and tire and either arm, and
yeah.
that's when this hurt. I couldn't hardly breathe when I got out of the car, but I was dead.
wow. And how long ago was that?
Oh, I don't know, 5 years?
Okay.
Mhm.
There, see that? I'm giving you like some resistance to work that inhaling good. The opening and lifting of the rib. There, yes. Good. So after an inhale, hold it for a moment. Hold it. And keep the expansion going even after the lungs are full. Good. And then let it go. And just relax. So that's, you can all try that. Like, if you take a deep breath and then hold it, but keep the feeling of expansion going even after the lungs are full. Like, why would you keep inhaling after your lungs are full? But there's actually extra motion you can get in the intercostal spaces. Can you feel that? Yeah.
Would
So-
you do it like a Heimlich to yourself?
It's possible, but we could, you could lie down with a sandbag on your belly,
Ah,
or, just some kind of weight there. So that's it. So take that breath again, hold it, keep opening. Good. So you get isometric resistance against your own breathing muscles, right? And let it go. See, she knows isometric work. See, this is like familiar. You've been doing this for a long, long time, right?
since I was 26 and I saw it on TV.
Yeah. And so, there was TV when you were 26? I'm sure.
My left hand was. I was in Hollywood after that. Would you come to my show?
Sure. Absolutely.